Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. In this video, I'll be going over my top picks for GE premium vehicles for China, Italy, and France. This will be for air and ground, just because those are the ones that all three of the countries share and not too many people play naval, and specifically, again, for only the GE vehicles. Now, I'm picking China, Italy, and France because these are the first countries to be listed on sale for GE, so it is pretty important that you guys get this first, and I will be doing other country sets later. So next will be Great Britain, Japan, Sweden, then after that USA, Germany, USSR. Now, I will be going over the vehicles that I think are best, so probably about 2 or 3 vehicles in each of the various tech trees, so air, ground for China, again, Italy, and France. And I will also be going over my reasoning as to why I think they are best. And it is very important because some of these vehicles might seem like good deals, but let's say if it's a rank 2, then you will not be able to actually use that in events, and that is an extremely big negative. So that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So to start, I'll start off with China, then I'll go to Italy and then France, and I'll start off with Chinese ground, then of course go to Chinese air. The WMA will be my first choice. Now this one is a little bit on the pricey side, sits at 8.3 BR. It is a rank 6, but it will give you research, a boosted research up through rank 7. And this cannon, I have this vehicle, I absolutely love it. If you want, check out my review on it in the link below, but it is amazing. This cannon is easily worth being a 9.3 or a 9.7 BR cannon. What keeps this vehicle from being a higher BR is that it has very limited protective features. So as you can see, it has nil hull armor. So it has 10, 8, and 6 millimeters of hull armor. You could probably shoot an M1 Garand right through the back of this with no issues. So it is very, very much minimal when it comes to hull armor. But if you like a scouting tank, if you like something that punches right through enemies, especially with a tandem charged ATGM, the GP105, 750 millimeters of armor pen, that will almost always be a one-shot kill. So this is my first choice. On sale, it costs somewhere around 4,300 GE, which will cost you, give or take, around $30 USD. So it, again, is not the least expensive, but if you're looking for something that's reliable and will easily destroy any tank that you fight, this is going to be the one. Now, for the lower BR tanks, there's 2 of them. So I would not recommend the IS-2. That's just me. But the T-34-85, number 215, definitely that is a good choice, being that it costs less than $16 at this point, USD, for the GE. So it's less than 2,500 GE. Or the M4A4 first PTG. Now, that is an excellent tank. You can never go wrong with the M4A4, with any Sherman, really. They're all excellent vehicles. The only problem with this is that you will only get research efficiency with your RP bonuses up through rank 3, whereas with this, you'll be able to get it up through rank 5. And also the T-34-85 is a really excellent choice. So this one really depends on how much money you're willing to spend during this sale. This is an excellent choice for people who are maybe just getting into the game, whereas this might be for someone who's a little bit more advanced in the tech tree. Now, when it comes to aviation, there's not really all too much I would go for. Now, there's some people who absolutely love the H-81A2. I would say that's an excellent choice for a low BR vehicle. You know, you could also go for obviously this, but I think the H-81A2 is probably going to be your best option for a low BR vehicle, with probably the KI-84 Co being the next best option. So that's going to be your higher BR vehicle, and you can grind up through early jets with that, or medium jets. So up through 9.0 BR is going to be where this thing is going to be able to research just fine. And it only costs 1,925 GE. It's an excellent vehicle, plus it acts as decent close air support. So as you can see here, you can have 2 250 kilogram bombs on a Japanese plane. That is excellent, as great turn time, great dogfighting capacity as always. This is just an excellent plane. I would definitely recommend it. If you don't want to do that, obviously you can get the A6M2. That is itself an excellent plane, but this is going to be your ticket to getting jets right here. And now for Italy, there are a few choices that I would go here. And first and foremost, this one is a little bit iffy, I would say, for a lot of people, but in my opinion, it makes the most sense. I would go for the Panzer IV G when it comes to your lower cost, lower BR vehicle over the M4 Hybrid, over the Solaris Harriano. Not that this is a bad vehicle. I think, honestly, it is one of the best 2.3 BR premiums in game. I love it. My only problem with it is that it is a rank 2, so you're not going to be able to grind out events with it. You're not going to be able to grind out further than rank 3 with it. It's very limited in that regard. Your grinding capacity will not be all that high with it. For just a few hundred more GE, you can get yourself the Panzer IV. And I would lump the M4 Hybrid into the same group as the Solaris Harriano, as in, this is an excellent vehicle. I would take this over many other vehicles, and I've had a ton of kills with it. But the Panzer IV-G is itself a great vehicle. It can punch through 140 millimeters of armor, but it's a rank 3, meaning that you'll be able to research through rank 4. You'll be able to get the M36B1, the Obel 74, all that with the Panzer IV-G without any research negatives. So it just makes more sense if you're going to be researching, and it really doesn't cost much. Right now it's 875 GE, which is about, what, $5.50 USD. Not too bad. Then beyond that, there's not really too many choices, because again, this is Italy. This is not the oldest branch or the oldest country in the game. So I would say probably go for the M60A1 DC Ariat. And the reason being is because this is a BR 7.7. It only costs 695 GE more than the M26. That's it. But you get a rank higher and plus 1.4 BRs higher with it. So just for the cost of, what, hardly $5 worth of GE, you're going to be able to research through rank 6. In my opinion, it makes way more sense to get the M60A1. It is an excellent choice. The M60 is a very, very powerful tank. Plus, you have access to APDS, HESH, Heat FS. Really, this is going to be probably your ticket to being able to research up to main battle tanks. You can even get the Ariate P or Ariete P with this. So it is an excellent tank. I would definitely recommend it. And now let's get into the Italian Air tech tree. And it's pretty interesting because, in my opinion, you know, in terms of percentage of vehicles, I think the Italian Air tech tree is one of the strongest premium tech trees in game, whether it's air, ground, naval, doesn't matter what country it is. This one, as a percentage of aircraft, might be about the best. So you have I'll just start off with the IAR-81C. I think that is a good plane, but it's rank 2. So even though it costs only 500 GE and it's definitely decent for grinding through rank 3, the problem with it, again, is that it's rank 2. You're not going to be able to get events with it. You're only going to be able to grind up through rank 3 with it. It's not really all too ideal. But again, it is definitely an excellent option. I mean, you have tons of loadout options with this, insofar as the fact that there are 6, and this is a rank 2.7 BR vehicle. You have the Waffen-Granaten 21 rockets. You have two 50-kilogram bombs and a 250-kilogram bomb. It's really, really nice. And again, for the equivalent of $3.30 USD, at least when it's on sale. Now, this one is more user's preference. I would definitely recommend starting at rank 3 in the premium tech tree rather than rank 2, just again because you're not going to be able to get events done with this. But the Spitfire Mark 5B is an amazing dogfighter. I would definitely pick that if you're more into dogfighting, or the BF-110 G4. Now, this is about 650 GE when it comes to being on sale, whereas this is obviously 725, so it is a little bit more expensive, but I think it's more capable overall, so long as you do not get into a dogfight with, well, Spitfire. So the Spitfire is obviously, this is going to be better for dogfighters, but if you're looking for more of a multi-role capable plane, this is it right there. So this can go after bombers, it can go after ground targets, it can go after regular fighters. I mean, this can pretty much do it all. And it can go after naval targets because it has that nice 1,000 kilogram bomb plus a 250 kilogram bomb on the side. So definitely very nice. I'd probably skip over the HS-129B2 simply because it is a lower BR. More importantly, it's just very much single roll, whereas this can do more. Now, between these two, I would probably pick the BF-109G2. I mean, this one is a higher BR, so it's really user's preference, but I think that this is a more capable plane. I'd probably actually rather have the G2 in a fight over the G55S, simply because it's more nimble, it has slightly better stats. Plus, it can equip those 20mm cannons. So that 1.69 kilograms of burst mass is not really indicative of how much burst mass this really has. It does cost a little bit more, but if you're looking to do naval, the G55S is a little bit better because it does have that torpedo that you can equip to it. But again, it's a little bit user's preference. I personally would prefer the BF-109G2. Then you have the G91R4. This is excellent. You see it all the time in top tier. This is a ground pound freaking demon. It is just really nasty. If you can get those Nords to really hit ground targets, you're going to dominate ground matches. So I would definitely recommend this. I mean, you're going to be able to grind up through rank 6 with it. It's really just an excellent plane. And I can't really say no to it, but it is pretty expensive. And finally, when it comes to France, I'll start off with the ground tech tree. You actually have some really nice vehicles in their ground tech tree. I'll start off with the lower BR vehicle. You probably see me say this before, the B1 Terror. All the way, this is, in my opinion, the best vehicle relative to BR in game. It is nearly invulnerable. Its only fault is that it is a rank 2 vehicle. That's it. I mean, it is from the front invulnerable to pretty much everything outside of vehicles that are like 3.3 BR and higher. It is just absolutely nasty. I would recommend this to anyone. In fact, actually, this is the featured tank in my my beginners tanks, beginners premium tanks, because of how good it is. The AMX-13 is a decent vehicle for those who like light tanks, but again, I would really pick this if you're going to go for a rank 2, and preferably, if I were you, if you can get it on sale at least, I might wait until next week when the packs go on sale to actually pick this up, because then you should be able to get this and the other, the P40 Lafayette for about $5 USD. So it will be an excellent thing. You'll get premium time, you'll get this, you'll get a plane, and 120,000 Silver Lions for $5, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not really sure if that's a sale, so you can go ahead and buy this anyways with GE. It is totally worth it. Trust me, you will be invulnerable. Now, secondly, this one's a little bit difficult. So France doesn't really have great non-pack premiums. I love the Sumua SM, but that's a pack premium. AMX-30 pack premium. Sumua SM is probably my favorite tank, or one of my favorite tanks in the game. So what I would say, I wouldn't really go for the AMX-30 in my opinion, unless you really want something that can grind through the higher tech trees. I might be buying it myself, but I'd probably go with the Panther Dauphine, just because that is an excellent, excellent vehicle. It's not going to cost you a boatload. It's 3,045 GE, which is tantamount to what, around $20 USD. So it's not all too bad when it's on sale. It's an excellent vehicle. It punches through around 200 millimeters of armor. It's just a Panther. You can't really go wrong with that. Again, the AMX-30, not a bad option, but my only problem with it is that it fires heat, not heat FS. That heat ammunition, mind you, is extremely powerful, but it might not be what you're looking for. Plus, there's better versions of the AMX-30, really just not even all too far down the tree. So I would probably say hold off on it, but it's still a good tank. But, just in terms of general usability, Panther Dauphine, if you don't really mind not being able to go up through rank 6 with the French tech tree, researching it, whereas this is just definitely going to be a staple of your 7.7 BR lineup. Now, when it comes to aviation, this one is a little bit different, and unlike the Italians, the French don't really have the greatest air tech tree. So what I would say, this one's pretty simple. I would just go for the P4722RE. This is just your classic ground pounder. Only costs 800 GE. You really cannot go wrong with that. You can carry two 1,000-pound bombs and a 500-pound bomb. Excellent for close air support. It turns into a dogfighter in an instant. Don't really mind that 25-second turn time. It does turn a little bit better than that. Very fast. Excellent plane overall. I would recommend it. Only costs 800 GE, and it's rank 3, so you will be able to get various events done with it. So beyond the P4722, I would say the Narval is not bad. My only problem with it is that it costs 3,000 plus GE, and you're getting a rank 4 plane. It's not a bad plane, but it's fairly unique in how it flies. It's not really all that great of an interceptor, even though that's what it's listed as. Its rate of climb isn't that great. It's a decent enough close air support plane. It's packed to the gills with cannons, so it's got 6 MG-151 cannons with 1,500 rounds of ammo. It's excellent in that role. It's got good rockets 450 millimeters of armor pen with these. It's got two 1,000 pound bombs. It's definitely a very capable plane. I think that this is a better close air support plane than it is an interceptor, but it can also dogfight. It's not bad, but in my opinion, I would just go for the slightly higher costing vehicle with the F-84F. Now, the only problem with getting this is that because this is technically listed as an Israeli aircraft, as you can see with the flag right next to where it says rank 5 on the stat card, this will likely, if I'm not mistaken, go to the Israeli air tech tree. So just based on what Gaijin told. So you might not be able to get this. If you are worrying about that at all, definitely just go for the Narval, especially if you like close air support. But this is probably the better option overall, just because you'll be able to grind out through rank 6, get yourself the Jaguar A, get yourself the Super Mystère B2. It's a really excellent plane to do it. Just good overall, good close air support. It's got good dogfighting skills, pretty much good at everything. So it's more or less kind of like the jet version of the P-47. With all that out of the way, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Please like, comment, subscribe. You know the dealio. And let me know what you guys thought about my picks in the comments below. Is this video too long? Should I make other videos shorter, or did my reasoning kind of make sense and the length that I went to for my reasoning make any sense? Because I felt like, especially when it comes to the higher BR vehicles, the more expensive vehicles, it is probably worth it for me to go over them in more detail, because that is an actual economic or financial decision that could impact some of you people. So that could be your monthly gaming budget. So let me know again in the comments below. Please like, comment, subscribe. I've already said that 50 million times. But either way, thanks so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.